2nd chapter and 3rd verse. Here's what it says, reading from the King James Version. In the beginning God created the heaven and earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. 3rd verse. And God said, let there be light. And there was light. And God saw that the light, that it was good. And God divided, now check this out. God divided the light from the darkness. But think, the sun hadn't been made yet.
All right.
5th verse. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day, but yet the sun and the moon had not yet been made. 6th verse. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. 7th verse. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. Now, what's really deep about this is I'm reading this. See, when we were Bible bound, we didn't think about this. Who was writing all this down? Just think. Who was taking notes about all this? Right? Okay? And the evening and the morning were the second day. 9th verse. And God said, I don't know who was there to hear him say it, but it says, and God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. 10th verse. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. 11th verse. And God said, let the earth bring forth grass, and herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed it is in itself upon the earth. And it was so. 12th verse. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And 14th verse. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven. Now, I don't know where the light was come from before, because we just now getting to lights now. Okay? To divide the day from the night. Let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. 15th verse. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. 16th verse. So God made two great lights, the greater to rule the day and the lesser to rule the night. And he made the stars also. 17th verse. And God set them in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth. 18th verse. And to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. 19th verse. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. Some deep stuff. 20th verse. God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and the fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth with the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was what? Gone, y'all. And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beasts of the earth after his kind. And it was so. 25th verse. And God made the beasts of the earth after his kind, the cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was what? Good. All right. 26th verse. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, over the cattle, over everything on the earth, the creeping thing that creeps on the earth. 27 verse. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created him, male and female created he them. By the way, the female in this verse was a Lilith, not Eve. For those who didn't know that, write it down. Lilith. If you look at the Hebrew text very carefully, you see that this woman was made at the same time the man was. In the mythos. It's all myth. Okay? And of course, when you look it up, you'll see that she's a demon. Why did the white man demonize Lilith? Because Adam wanted Lilith to obey him. And Lilith let him know. Wait, hold up here. Hold up. God made both of us at the same time. Not, he didn't put you over me. Okay, so of course in the religious account, They demonized Lilith, and then God had to make another woman who was submissive to Adam. Her name was Eve. Got the picture? 28th verse, and God blessed them, he and Lilith. And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over fish and sea and over fowl of the air and everything that creepeth upon the earth. 29th verse, and God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. Vegetables. 30th verse. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God saw everything he had made, and behold, it was very good, and the evening and morning was the 6th day. Now, 2nd chapter. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the 7th day, God ended his work, which he had made, and he rested. On the 7th day from all his work which he had made. God blessed the 7th day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all the work which he had created and made. Now, having said that, let's find out where they stole all that from. Minister Stewart, you got the book of Knowing the Creations, just section 1, please. And see if anything in there sounds familiar. Use the mic, man. Go right ahead.
Ra's description of his creation.
Ra's description, for those who don't know, in ancient Kemet, Ra is known as God or the Most High. All right?
Thus said Ra, the Lord of all,
yes,
Lord of the utmost limits,
yes,
after he had come into being, I am the one who came into being as Keter,
yes,
he who comes into being and brings into being. When I came into being, being itself came into being.
Now, so that you'll know, brothers and sisters, Keter, everybody say Keter, means beginning. What does Genesis mean? Beginning. Thank you. It means beginning. All right, continue.
All beings came into being after I came into being. Many were the beings that came forth from the commands of my mouth.
Wait a minute. You mean tell me that in the ancient text it actually says that Ra commanded stuff and it came into being? Everybody say okay, go ahead.
Heaven had not yet come into being.
Did it say heaven had not come into being?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Nor had earth come into being.
In the beginning God created heaven and earth, right? Go ahead.
Nor had the ground been created, or the things which creep and crawl upon it.
Yes.
I raised up beings in the primordial waters as in earth things.
You mean in the firmaments, the waters in the firmaments? Go ahead.
I found no place on which to stand. I formed it from the desire in my heart. I laid the foundation through my eyes.
I laid the foundation of creation through my art. Go ahead.
I created forms of every kind. Many were.
You mean the beast of the field, the cattle, the fowl of the air, and all that kind of stuff?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Many were the forms which issued forth from the commands of my mouth.
From the commands of my mouth. Yes, go ahead.
Not yet had I established you. The power and principle of light and air.
So the light had not yet been made, huh? Okay, go ahead.
Nor sent forth technu. The power and principle of moisture.
Okay. Go ahead.
There existed no one who acted together with me.
So he did this all by himself, huh?
Yes.
With no Trinity.
No Trinity.
Okay.
I conceived it in my own heart. And there came into being a vast number of forms of divine beings as forms of offspring and forms of their offsprings from them.
Yes.
I came forth from among the plants which I created, and I created all things which creep and crawl, and all that exist among them.
Okay. And where does it say he rested? It says it at the end of one of those paragraphs. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Just that was section 1.